Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of with Provit. This is Shalini Gera. Today we will be talking about the top 5 biggest gainers and the top 5 losers in the past 5 years. There are certain companies that multiply investors' wealth. Think of companies like Bharat Electronics Limited, Hindustan Aeronautics and Mahindra & Mahindra. Whereas there are certain companies which completely erode investors' wealth. Think of companies like 197 Communications Private Limited or Paytm, Star Health and Indraprastha Gas Limited. Today we will be talking about what is it that makes certain stocks tick and certain companies erode investors' wealth. And most importantly, we will be discussing whether you should be buying, holding or selling these stocks. Let's start. Let's start with the 5 biggest gainers in the past 5 years. I'm going to be restricting myself to the large cap universe for the sake of simplicity and understanding logic behind picking up businesses. The first gainer is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited with a staggering return of 895%. An absolute return in the past 5 years. The second one being Bharat Electronics, 830% in the past 5 years. Third one being Mahindra & Mahindra, 366%. Fourth, Bharti Airtel at 273%. And fifth and finally, SBI at 259%. So what is it that makes these companies tick? There are 3 factors which are responsible for driving up the stock prices. The first one is corporate earnings growth, the second one is valuation re-rating, and the third one is sectoral tailwinds. And we will be discussing these 3 factors in detail with the help of the stocks that we have just talked about. So the first factor is strong corporate earnings growth. For picking up good businesses, we generally keep a threshold of a corporate earnings growth of 15%. But look at the corporate earnings growth delivered by Bharat Electronics Limited. It is a staggering 22% year-on-year CAGR over the past 5 years. This means that the company not just had a good order book, but also had the capability to deliver on that order book year on year. The second factor is valuation re-rating. Now, it may sound like a complex term, but it is very simple. Valuation refers to the price that an investor is willing to pay per rupee earnings for that company. Now, valuation re-rating means that there is a significant change in this price to earnings ratio over the past 5 years. The price to earnings commanded by BEL in 2021, that is 5 years back, was 18.79, and this grew in a staggered manner. And the latest price to earnings is currently 53.34. This is the price to earning or valuation re-rating. And third and finally, sectoral tailwinds. India has made quantum jumps in its self-reliance vision of defense because of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Last year, Defense Research and Development Organization was awarded 22 acceptance of necessities, that is contracts worth 1.3 lakh crores by Indian government for manufacturing of equipment that was to be manufactured by Indian industries. This defense equipment included our Indian Prachand light combat helicopter, ballistic missiles, supersonic missiles, integrated air defense weapon systems, as well as quick reaction surface to air missiles. But here is the catch. These companies are no longer cheap now. So should you be buying, holding or selling these companies? See, first of all, companies or great companies do not necessarily mean great buying price. So do not jump into buying a company which has shot up because of its high valuation factor. Instead, look at a deep correction in its stock price. And finally, you may buy the company in a staggered manner through SIPs if the fundamentals are still strong and you see a long-term valuation re-rating because of the sectoral tailwinds. Now let's talk about the wealth destroyers. The top 5 stocks that lost the most in the past 5 years are Star Health with a negative 50% absolute return, 197 Communications or Paytm with a 41% negative absolute return, Indraprastha Gas at negative 33.99%, Gland Pharma negative 26.87%, and ITC Hotels at negative 26.69%. Why did these companies lose the most? First problem, regulatory hurdle. Last year, RBI debarred Paytm's Payments Bank subsidiary, PPBL, from accepting further deposits and conducting banking services. This led to the second problem of dilution of equity by large ticket institutional investors such as Alibaba and SoftBank. The third problem is poor corporate governance. Last year, Star Healthcare's stock fell sharply after IRDAI identified significant lapses in its health insurance portfolio as well as the claim settlement process. it was served a show cause notice. So what do we learn from these three losers? That is, a falling company or a falling stock doesn't necessarily mean that it is available at a cheap price. So what do? Do you buy or sell? 1. Do not jump into a fallen stock just because it is corrected. It may not recover for a very long time. Secondly, if you are already holding the stock, do not necessarily average just because the stock price has corrected sharply. Again, it may not recover for a very long time. And thirdly, exit the stock if the fundamentals are broken. So what did we learn from the top losers and the top gainers? The top gainers: 1. Buy quality early. 2. Track valuation. And 3. Hold with patience. Do staggered investors in gaining stocks if the fundamentals appear strong. And what do you do with the losers? Do not buy just because the stock prices have corrected. Do not average if you are holding on to them. And thirdly, exit the stocks if the fundamentals are broken. Remember that wealth is created with buying quality stocks and holding with patience. So simple rule: strong businesses available at cheap prices is equal to wealth creation.